So today I am so excited to be chatting with this woman sitting before me. She is definitely icon status. She has had a career as a dancer, choreographer, and now actor. And some of her credits included Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, Fresh Off the Boat, Alan Yang's Tiger Tail, and you can go to her resume for more. I am honored to be chatting with my teacher, my mentor, and my friend, Cindera Che. What kind of Asian are you?
I'm an ass-kicking Asian.
That's the best response yet.
I'm from Taipei, Taiwan. I am Chinese, and I came here when I was 13 years old. So I did a lot of my growing up in here in America. So I am Chinese, but I feel like I'm Asian American.
What were the circumstances when you were 13 to come to the United States?
Well, by then I have lost my mother at age 9 and come to a new country at age 13, not speaking the language, and and helping my father in his new business in a foreign new country. So that survival, the survivor, again kicked in strong.
Mm-hmm.
After she passed,
Mm-hmm.
he was just kind of having a reevaluation of his
Mm-hmm.
life,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that he want to come to America so we can pursue whatever we want to do, my brother and
Mm-hmm.
I.
How did you start doing what you're doing?
I studied the dance when I was in Taiwan and started performing at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
I had a picture of me on stage at 5 years old, and then on TV at 10 years old. By 12 years old, I was performing regularly on Chinese stations.
Uh-huh.
My teacher is kind of a celebrity, and
Uh-huh.
for a little bit, she had her own show, like own variety show. So we did skits, we performed, we danced. Coming to America, I want to continue training, and my father looked up a studio, saw a note on like an ad on the newspaper, something about dance studios. So I went there and
Uh-huh.
thinking that I was taking a class, not knowing it was an audition for the Nutcracker. I did
Okay.
not get a part, and actually, well, I studied there.
How did you segue into the industry here?
Let's see. So the first 2 years, I was very active at my high school, and then after that, we had to move again because my father sold that business and bought another business. So when I moved again in junior year, I just thought, oh my God, this is, forget it. I'm just going to focus on dancing and not worrying about getting involved in school. By then, I'm at the Dance and Creativity Center in Redondo Beach,
Mm-hmm.
where I met Rick Sullivan. Rick Sullivan was also a member of the Jazz Dance Incorporated, and I saw
Mm-hmm.
them at a dance festival called Dance Kaleidoscope
Mm-hmm.
at the John Ensign Ford Theater in Hollywood. I saw that performance in my senior year, and I thought to myself, I want to be in that company. I got asked to be in the company and danced in that company for a couple of years, and I got put on probation because they wanted me to lose weight. At the same time, I was taking dance classes at Dupre Dance Academy on 3rd. I'm at Dupre taking dance class, and Billy Goodson called me right after Carol Connor's class one day, and he said, I'm doing a project. Will you come to the audition? And, okay. And it was at Paramount, and it was for a show called Fantasy Island. So I went over and did the audition, and that was my first professional job in the United States. And then right after that job, um, Billy asked me to join his company. the new breed dance theater.
So you started Fantasy Island, you were part of Billy's company, and then you did Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, yeah. I mean, being Billy Gison's company, that was kind of, I mean, that was kind of propelled me into the industry,
Mm-hmm,
right? Right during that time when we had the company,
mm-hmm.
he was hired to do Electric Boogaloo, so that's how I got into dance. Yeah.
And that's why I say legendary icon status. Okay. When I met you, I was 16 and I remember driving and starting to take classes at Dupre. And I saw your class. And at that point, you had done Smooth Criminal. So, of course, everyone was a buzz. And I remember just watching the class and being like, and taking the class and you seeing me from the get go and feeling like, oh, I'm gonna come and take class, and you know, it was an important moment for me. How has your racial identity impacted who you are?
So I see it as two parts.
Uh-huh.
The first part is me being a dancer, and then I made it, and I started making the transition into being an actress. And I was in Gloria Gifford's class at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, and she was the one that encouraged me to embrace my Asianness. I was having a great time being a dancer, being a working dancer, and then my teacher's like, embrace your Asianness, and I was like, why do I want to do that? Meaning, when I come to America, I'm so happy that I am in America. I want to push the Asianness away. I want to
Mm-hmm.
push my heritage away. I want to be American.
Mm-hmm.
So all the time I was working, I didn't think that I was Asian. I mean, I know I'm Asian, but I didn't think about it. I don't want to identify with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I was called to embrace it, I slowly did, and and I felt more enriched. I have more to offer. I'm not the type of person that uphold the traditions, and sometimes I kind of miss it, like eat sticky rice, um, eat sticky rice or rice cakes for New Year's to keep the family stick together. Eat noodles on your birthday to have a long life. Um, it's just too much work. Um, so whatever I want to instill or pass down to my daughter is all my values
Mm-hmm.
and the wisdom that I gain as a person.
What is your experience being a child of an immigrant? Like understanding what your dad's desire was to come here,
Yeah,
those things.
desire, his desire, his courage, his commitment.
Do you feel like he was able to be proud of what he accomplished here?
Um, Unfortunately, not. My father started with House of Pies, and then went to a burger stand, and then went to a um, a supermarket in Long Beach, and a liquor store in Linwood, and a Chinese takeout place in Downey, and a car repair shop, and that was the last business. That's six businesses, but six failed businesses. He saw himself
Mm-hmm.
as a failure. Um, so of course I tried to talk to him, and towards later years of his life, I feel more comfortable talking to him. So I
Mm-hmm.
was able to say, "Hey, look at me. Look at my brother Edward. We are who we are because of you. Whatever he went through had a very valuable impact on us, and we are better because of it.
Do you see yourself as a role model for specifically young Asian dancers coming up in the business?
I don't see myself as a role model. I know I am seeing as a role model.
Uh-huh.
What that means for me is that I have to continue to be the best version of myself.